person that anyone ever talks about being fine is you. So you.
The only person get
I want
compliments.
the
Period.
camera.
Okay.
Down.
I'm
with you on that.
I want the camera.
I'm with you on that.
The only compliments I get is that I got nice teeth and know how to dress. And everything else is
Mocha's
Mocha.
teeth and his jewelry
And
his
he's
hair.
so his style
He's
and
so
oh my God,
cute.
Mocha. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kingz in Konversation. I am Enrique. He is Mocha. And he is laughing.
I'm Mike.
Because I wanted to be the one to bring
Exactly, that's what I was
now you want to bring that.
No,
Yeah,
it was how he looked at you. I hope production caught
But
that.
my thing is, Mocha always said he don't want to.
That is true, Mocha. You do that.
I was ready to say.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. I'll do the next one. we're here now.
Go ahead.
We're here now.
We have to pull his teeth to
because
get him to do this. He does not like to do it.
But today I was ready because I'm really excited.
Okay,
so
let's
go about this episode.
Okay,
no, it's already done it. No.
Beautiful thing.
No.
Okay, so now that I've been classified as a butch queen, I'm about to take it over. Okay? Now, let's keep going with our interview. Let's get it going.
No, you haven't been classified as a butch queen. You are a butch queen.
Period.
So anyway,
Period.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Y'all hating.
We have a very special guest in the building with us today. His name is Lando King. Y'all give it up for
Lando King.
What's up, Lando?
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
Make
Y'all
sure
may
you
have
talk up
seen
so you can hear us.
Lando.
We loud.
Okay.
Y'all may have seen Lando in a few other things.
Projects,
but today we're here to discuss his independent film entitled Aspire.
Yeah.
If you guys have not seen this movie, first and foremost, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
Definitely.
But it's 2 hours and 10 minutes worth your time.
Wow.
Yes, it is worth your time.
Yes,
When I saw that it was that long, I was like, oh, Lord, because I don't have that kind of time. I stopped, I started, like I told you when I called you. But when I got to that last hour, I'm just sitting there in front of the TV, and I'm like, oh, my God. And then I got to the end, and I started crying, and then I hit Mocha up, and Mocha's like, he crying. I said, Jesus. Yeah, it was. So, welcome, Lando.
Thank you, guys. Oh, my God. Thank you.
It was so good. You had really good energy when you came in. I was almost nervous because I was like, okay, how do I ask this dude? Does he want our real, honest opinions? Or, I don't want to offend nobody. How do we do this? So you were very gracious. You were very kind. I will tell you this. When I first saw your previews, I was like, oh, my God, another independent film. Here we go. And then when we discussed this in our production meeting, I was like, we really gonna do this? No,
he's not lying.
I'm being honest. That's what I said.
He's being truthful.
And I was just like, I don't like. And then Mocha, I'm gonna tell him Mocha too, because Mocha was like, oh, I thought we was connected to the big machines. I'm just trying to figure out what we doing. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
So we did. No, I'm just be honest. We did not want to do this.
Yes.
We did not, because we're tired of low budget, non-acting, thrown together, trying to be the next Tyler Perry wannabes. No, I'm serious, and I'm not being funny.
And I kept saying, I don't care what y'all say.
You
we're
did.
reviewing this
You
movie.
sure did. You was
Y'all
like, we're
better
doing
watch
this. Yes, you did. But I will tell you this. For there to be a lot of Tyler Perry wannabes, you are definitely on that path. I enjoyed this movie a lot. It was really, really, really good. And it wasn't so over the top that it was unreal. It was real. It was right. And I can't wait to learn more about this. And I probably fought this the hardest. I just told you, I just watched it this morning while I was in the gym. And you done an amazing job. My only critique is the background sound when your actors are talking. Other than that, when I tell you out of 0 to 10, 0 being the worst movie ever, and 10 being Black Panther, I would give it an 8. And that's for me.
Black Panther.
And oh no, Black Panther definitely. It was really good.
No, it was
so
really
I'm
good.
interested in learning more about it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And how old are you? Well, never mind. That's right.
First of all, Lando, let me just say it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
You are a gorgeous chocolate man. You
Woo!
remind me so much of myself.
Down.
Thank you.
We
man.
love chocolate.
It is
I'm
so
gonna
good
drink
to
that.
have some more chocolate on the couch with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Are we not
I'm
chocolate?
so,
No,
because
I'm
normally, I'm over here by myself.
Right, right.
And, but anyway,
Wakanda forever.
Child, he think he the Michelle of the group. He get on my nerves. You are not Michelle.
Let me tell you, man, that movie was phenomenal.
It was.
Just like Mike, I didn't know what to expect. And when it was long, I was like, okay, am I really going to have time for this? But from the very beginning, all the way to the end, It kept my attention. What I appreciated was the substance that was in it. You touched on every dynamic of life.
Yes.
And that's what I really appreciate. It wasn't something that, because, a lot of times when you see independent films, that are created in the LGBTQIA community, there's a lot of sex and there's and there's no substance.
Although the sex was nice.
It was great. It was great.
Got me through my treadmill.
You touched on the importance of therapy.
Yes.
You touched on the importance of friendship and accountability.
Holy Ghost.
You touched on the importance of good parenting.
Yes.
You touched on the importance of
good health,
communication,
getting out of toxic relationships,
Yes.
and not putting all of your energy and your power into a toxic relationship, because it could cost you your life.
Wow.
There are so many. Oh my God, you did a
great
job. A great job, man. I was not expecting that much substance. And then the empowerment.
Yeah.
People were empowering each other. Friends were being real friends, and it was really good, man. Like, I'll watch it again. Like, some movies you say, I'll see it, and then you don't really want to see it again, but I'll watch it again, and it made me want to tell people about it. And for this to be your first body of work, man, I can only imagine how it's going to be when you're like
10 years from
now,
you are going to be.
Right.
Because there are people who have been doing this a while and their movies don't have that much substance. And that's what I look for. What am I going to get out of it?
Right.
Is it going to touch me? If it triggers my emotions, I know it's a good film. And I cried at the end. I cried during the memorial, and so that lets me know that you were really hitting it. And even the dialogue, it wasn't A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It was actual conversation.
It was organic.
The type of conversations that people have.
Come on, Mocha.
Right.
So
Holy Ghost is
No,
using
I'm
you.
telling you, the ride over, all that emotion.
I love it. It was,
and I was actually touched by it, because Lando and I have a relationship outside of this, and he did film a scene in my restaurant.
Yes, we saw that.
Yes, he did.
I knew bits and pieces of the movie, but I didn't expect that. But knowing him and knowing what he's done, I knew that it would be a good movie. I didn't expect for it to be as phenomenal. Because it's an independent film, and as Mike has said, with independent films, you look at them and you're thinking like, no.
Because they don't have the budget, they don't have the $5 million, and all of this. My number one critique that I was thinking that it was going to be horrible, but you blew me out the water, was the rhythm. Okay, so y'all know as actors, you know how people take too long to come in on the next line. I'm like, that's not even realistic. If somebody said that, you would respond. The rhythm of this movie was so spot on. I was like, so my first question to you, who is this movie based on?
This movie is based on, it's a plethora of all my friends and family. It's not just a specific person.
Okay.
You say I pull from here and I pull from here and I put it all into one.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. What inspired you?
What inspired me to write this film was, I'm an actor first.
Yes,
I'm an actor first. So I've acted in multiple things. I wanted to see if I could, navigate through, doing something on my own. I wanted to write something, put something on paper, and see it come to life. That's what I wanted to do.
Well, you
and
killed
then it came. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it, and then I had a team. I reached out to certain people that could help me because I couldn't do it on my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to different people, and I just wanted to see how it would really look on film, and it amazed me on how the outcome came.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna dive into some characters now.
Okay. But do you have a question for him?
Yeah,
I was just
I
going
was
to
gonna say-
ask, how long was the process?
Yes,
Like, how long did it
good
take
question.
to do all of that?
See, the thing was, it would have been sooner if COVID wouldn't have hit.
Okay.
We started last year, 2019 in August.
Okay.
We would have been finished in January if COVID would
Okay.
not have, took its place.
Right.
We had to do, we were really finished in January, but we had to do some additional scenes, some stuff we probably forgot.
Right.
In February. But then when February hit, COVID came.
Right.
Strong. So we had to, stop everything.
Right.
We picked back up in March, April.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the end of it. I'm just like, oh my God, I really want to get this film out because I was so excited. So, you know what I'm saying? Just push it out because I knew the vision. Nobody else knew the vision.
Right.
So I wanted to push it to see what kind of response can I get from it.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got my vote. That shit is
when it came out, oh my God, it was just so overwhelming. I'm glad you got. I'm not glad, but I hate you guys missed the premiere
Right.
because it was so
Oh,
phenomenal.
our invitation got
No.
lost.
I missed the premiere because Lando is very last minute, and he'll hit me up the day of something, and I'm extremely
Because we
busy.
would have been there.
You better
we would've
believe
came.
It blew my mind. The
But it
premiere,
was very nice.
the thing about it
from what
was
I
I'm
saw.
not sure if you guys, because I know I gave you the access to watch, but on the website you could see
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I see
The
all
behind the
Instagram.
scenes.
Right.
Right.
more so of the film that took place was phenomenal, but the actual premiere, people coming in, I just felt like I was at church.
Wow.
Like people laying at the altar. Like the end of the film, people were on their knees crying.
So was I. I'm telling
It
you.
was so amazing to me. It was just so crazy because then also that two of the cast members, during the process of filming this, they lost a parent. And the thing was, one of the characters, his role was he lost one of his parents, and then he lost his parents. During that, I'm sorry, Rah, but you were supposed to be here. I'm sorry.
Hey, Rah.
Hey, Rah. But he lost his mom in the midst of us doing this. And then, like, right before the premiere, I was just like, Rah, you have to come see this movie before we go to the premiere because I didn't want him to be,
Right.
Emotional.
Right.
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 He said, no, I'm going to wait. When we got to the premiere, it was just,
Wow.
and it touched me in a different spot because I didn't know that it would touch so many people in so many different ways. With the situation with the parent with with August and his dad.
Yeah.
That really hit home. I didn't think it was going to hit home to a lot of
it hits a lot of
the
people.
way that it did because see, my dad was in my life. I didn't have that, that encounter without having a dad.
Right.
Some people have.
Right.
And when I seen the eyes of people who connected with that scene, it was just so overwhelming. It was so just oh my
to
God.
know that you are touching people's lives with your work.
Yeah.
To me, that is a form of ministry.
Right.
When you're able to change people's, perspectives in life, and when you're able to touch their hearts, and when you're able to touch their minds with things that you created from here,
Right.
that means that God has given you messages from heaven, and He's delivering it through you to the people. So I look at it as ministry.
Yeah.
So
The anointing is definitely on you for that. So that's your lane. You don't ever got a question it. You killed it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna go into character break.
Yeah,
let's
But
go
then,
ahead.
but then I started thinking as y'all were talking, like, do I want to discuss it because the people that haven't seen
Yes,
it, I don't wanna ruin
let's
it
not
for
give
them.
nothing away.
Yeah, I don't
except
want to ruin it for the.
it is
for the people
everything.
That can't. So before we get into that, tell them how they can actually view this
Yes.
movie.
You can actually view the movie on on my website, www.lankingfilm.com.
Okay.
And we'll drop that on the
Right,
screen
and they'll
for
see
y'all.
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely.
And is there a subscription that they
Yes,
have to
it's
purchase?
a subscription, which is $9.99. You know what I'm saying? It'll be for 30 days. You can watch it how many times ever you want to,
Right.
until I get more content where it will be a monthly subscription.
it is definitely worth.
And what we're
Yeah,
gonna do,
definitely.
what we're gonna do here at Kingz in Conversation, we're going to buy 10 subscriptions so that whoever one of our viewers that want to see this movie,
Oh
we're
my
gonna pay for 10
God.
subscriptions so that
Ugh.
that they can watch the movie. All they have to do is DM the King in Conversations Instagram page. Let us know that you want to watch the movie, and we will make sure that happens for them. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
So, as Mocha was saying, oh God, it was so much,
So
substance, so much substance, and so many things that were discussed. I want to talk about Ra's character, Kimar. Mainly because a lot of people go through that. A lot of people go through not the losing of both parents, but the HIV situations where they get into situations with other guys or girls and don't know how to tell them.
Right.
And I was so glad. Well, it was such a twist that he contracted it through birth. Because so many people go instantly to him being a promiscuous person, and
or
that's
hoe.
Right. Promiscuous person.
I like the word hoe.
We know you like the word ho. So
I'm getting my deliverance is coming.
Keep saying that. Keep saying claim it.
But for you to take away the negative narrative of it, to think that he was promiscuous and that it was something that he had to deal with since birth was genius. It was genius. And for those people out there who are dealing with any type of ailments or sicknesses that you are afraid to discuss with people that when you first meet them, I'm gonna give you some advice. My biggest thought in life is if you meet a person and you connect with them, in the first initial conversations, let them know.
Period.
Because if they're for you, they're gonna be there.
Absolutely.
And if they're not for you, you've wasted those 3 to 4 months waiting to tell them. Because, and I'm telling y'all from experience, I've been down this road. And I've told people things that they needed to know in the beginning. And they ran.
Right.
I didn't need them.
That's right.
But the ones that needed to stay there are still there.
That's right. That'll preach.
So just saying,
What can I get one more critique? Only because I work in the LGBT, HIV community. So I work there as a health educator. I'm a sex health educator. And one of the things that we do, we use the word lifestyle when it comes to homosexuality. And lifestyle, the definition of a lifestyle is something that can be changed in and out. Orientation is the correct word. That means that's something you cannot change. So when you say, when the dad was like, I support your lifestyle. I don't want to give it away. I support your lifestyle. That's great for someone who's not a part of the community. But when you're in the community, you have to say orientation, because that shows this part of me cannot be changed. Lifestyle, I can have a Carly Jenner lifestyle. I can have a Megan Thee Stallion lifestyle. Those go in and out. But orientation is something that never changes.
Thank you.
So next time you write something and we in it.
Down. Or at least these actors over here. So.
Well, I was busy. He did call me.
I was about to say, because I know he called you.
I did.
And I was busy.
But thank you for having that hard conversation, because that is definitely prevalent in our communities.
That's why I want y'all to watch this movie. Because
let's talk about your actors. How did you find your actors?
The actors. Okay, so I did an initial casting call for each individual character. But for the main characters, I had already had a vision of who I wanted to play those characters. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I had them, I sent them a script. And I wanted them to, audition still. And see how it would come off. So I, still had them audition, and then everything worked into play. So I chose who I wanted to choose. I chose who I chose for a reason.
Wow.
And they did phenomenal.
They did. You better tell
it.
They did.
Oh my God.
Every character fit the role.
And everything was authentic. Like
it was so believable, man.
Jesus.
What really stuck with me, and I'm not going to talk long on it, but I know it happens a lot in the gay community, is the relationship between Stax and Gino. That happens so much in our community today. I have friends that are going through it right now. I've been through it. When you are in that toxic relationship and you're putting all of your power there, and in the end, they're taking and taking and taking and taking, and then someone ends up getting hurt in the end. That really stuck with me, because that is something that people need to look and see with their own eyes and really get an understanding for how it can affect your life and the people's lives that are included. Because, oh my God.
Because somebody can't love you and continue to hurt you. That's again another message. If somebody loves you, they're not going to hurt you. And even if they make
not intentionally.
Not intentionally. I was gonna say, even if they make 1, maybe 2, sometimes 3 mistakes. Mistakes are meant to happen to learn. But if they continuously do that, those are not mistakes. That is a pattern.
When you allow someone to take your power,
period,
you are left with nothing.
At all.
You are
I'm taking my
left
power.
with nothing. Be careful who you give your power to.
Exactly.
No, don't give your power to anybody.
Down. And and that's what I've loved about this movie, because when you were going through the different dynamics of that particular relationship, man, I saw myself on both ends. I saw myself being the one who gave my power away because I wanted to be accepted, I wanted to be loved. And then I saw myself as the one who took power because I felt like I could do this. And to me, this is to Michael Hurd, the hurtful part was the lie.
No,
I don't know if it was so much the actions as much if it was the lie. And I thought that was really powerful. I was like, look at this. I said, who is this man?
I think what was awful was the fact that he knew that it was hurting him and he kept doing it.
Yes.
Because what he was doing was finding new ways to do what he had done.
Exactly.
Now, I do want to explore this. Him not understanding the character of Stax as well, not understanding that because of something that you decided to do,
right,
the person that you love had to suffer. And so many people get into these intertwined entanglements and not realize that, as I've said, sex is a transference of spirits and people can be drawn into you. So once he brought that third person into the relationship and he was playing with his emotions,
that's what
he was honest. He was honest.
Yeah, he was honest, but don't continue to do what you're doing if you know that this person has different feelings.
Right.
Exactly.
And so once he did that, it put the third character, the second character, into a jeopardizing situation, which ultimately caused him to go what he went through.
Right.
And I just feel that people need to be more cautious of the things that they do because life is cause and effect.
Right.
And because you did something, the effect is going to be something else. So you have to always be mindful of those
Y'all
things.
are ministering today.
No, I'm telling you,
right now.
Me looking at that movie, I sat there.
But this is how it's going to touch millions of people all over this world.
I sat there glued because I'm like, there are so many lessons, and I don't want people to just look at it because it's an independent film and think, I don't want to see this, or I can't
make that mistake. Right.
You have to watch this movie. You have to dig into it to understand that, because we've all gone through some of the circumstances that are involved in this movie.
Right.
So it was.
I have a really dope question, but I want to give a shout out to Tremel. If we can't say it, cut it out. But baby, that sex scene, Tremel, I've always thought you were cute. I ain't never been sexually attracted, but I've always thought he was really cute, baby. At that moment, I was like, okay, I might need to reach out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because y'all know my hormone days aren't all the way over.
The funny thing about that was I reached out to Carl and I said, how difficult was that? Because they're best
when
friends.
I tell
they're best
when
friends.
I tell you that scene, okay, so I'm an OnlyFans guy. If you don't know, I'm an OnlyFans guy. I'm a very proud sex worker. Those days are coming to an end for me. Why do y'all do that?
Why do you do that?
Because I'm going to speak it until it happens.
That's right.
And then when it happens, y'all going to be like, yeah, he said it.
You keep
so,
speaking it.
But those days are on for me. And how was it filming those sex scenes? When it's time for me to film for OnlyFans, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It gets on my nerves. I can't stand it. But I love that good old check that be coming on in. How was it filming those
See, this is the
scenes?
thing, with
you be coming from me.
Within film, you have to give them substance, right?
Right.
And then you also have to give them the illusion of what's to come.
And that was a good illusion.
So it was two sex scenes in there. It was one with with someone who was with connection, and then two was within infidelity.
They was hoeing, right?
So the one with Tremel and Carl was funny because, me knowing both of them, they are my good girlfriends.
Right. Good Judas.
And they're, oh my God, just seeing them act that out was phenomenal because they laughed the whole time we filmed.
When I tell you they did
they
it,
laughed the whole time we filmed. We
Carl
filmed the whole thing, them laughing. With them, with us filming and then us to capture that moment with them not laughing. It was crazy because I was just like, how are we going to finish this scene with y'all laughing? They laughed for 2 hours, and it was just like, oh my God, come on, let's just get it done.
Y'all killed it.
And that soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes.
When I tell you that really impressed me.
Yeah.
The quality in the music, the soundtrack, I was so impressed by that because I was not expecting.
But the thing about it was the soundtrack came from independent artists,
right?
We saw it.
I
watched it to the end.
Most of it was independent artists, and most of it was people, my friends, and the people who I've reached out to. I've heard their music, and I
Right.
want to, include their music in my film.
So I did want to Ryan Marcus track it now. I'm on the way by Ryan. No, I'm just kidding.
He got a track?
No, I don't know. I don't think he's ever recorded
I don't
anything.
think he's I don't think he has.
No, he's
anything
in
out.
the movie while you
Yeah,
laugh. He sings in the movie.
Yeah,
so
I don't think he has I don't think he has anything out on iTunes or anything like that.
So we know in filming, all of us is filmed, but we know how there's B-roll, right?
Mhm.
And then sometimes you can use stock B-roll or whatever. I don't know how y'all did it. But one of the things that I've seen is where sometimes people will use stock B-roll, and then the quality would go down when it goes down to the scene. You know what I mean? Like they'll use stock B-roll, and then which is all nice and glossy, and then you get to the scene and it's like dry and ashy.
Right.
Yours wasn't like that.
Not dry
You could not tell
Different.
what was B-roll. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all know what I'm. Why are y'all?
Because your ads and your analogies, Jesus.
Y'all know that some people's productions
right,
be
though.
ashy.
Ashy as
One thing
hell.
y'all cannot say about Kingz in Conversation,
Oh,
we
we-
are not.
We far
ashy.
from ashy.
Lost it.
We
Very.
very.
Shout
yeah.
out to our production team at Red
Very.
Brand.
Yes, Lord.
Period.
So we can't, if we keep talking about the movie, we're gonna give it away. What is next for you? Like, I mean, because like, bro, I'm willing, and this is real shit. Hold this to me. I will invest in your next project. Like, I want to see you win. Like, I like you. We don't have to have no friendship. No, I just believe in your product, bro. Because you are doing this shit. Like, what is next for you?
Wow.
And I'm dead ass.
And now let me tell you something.
Wow.
Look, he's not lying
No, I'm
because
so
they were
serious.
adamant about not doing this, and so
Damn,
I know that everything
right.
he's saying, he is actually genuine in what he's
Yeah.
saying.
So what's next for you?
So the thing is, I'm already done with my next script.
Okay.
My next movie. We're actually finna start casting in 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Call me.
this is what we had a conversation
Call
previous.
me.
It's entitled
Don't give it away.
No Give It Away.
Don't give it
Because
away.
then
True.
people-
Yeah, sure.
And then
But-
because if anything happens, you decide to change it, people will hold you to what you said.
Oh, but it's not going to change
Okay. Well,
because
still.
everything is said and done.
Well,
No,
yeah.
we just
But
we'll bring it back when that comes out.
in a few days, I will be casting for my next
That is
project,
awesome.
for my next movie.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
The anointing must be on me. Definitely, you definitely need to check out these guys. They're good to work with.
Oh yeah,
They're consistent.
Most definitely.
No, I'm not being funny. They're consistent. They're here, no matter what's going on in their lives. And you'll get this a lot as you walk into the same path that Mr. Perry has. People will always be trying to cast folks to you. But these two individuals I know are hard workers, and you will get what you need out of them. So I definitely would recommend them. But whatever you need for us, please let us know. I'm excited. 2021 is going to be a huge year for you. Favor from people in high places are going to be all over your life next year. All I ask is that you stay humble. The same energy that you came in here with, work hard, get in therapy, do whatever you need to do to keep it, because that's what's going to take you where you got to go. Because that was everything. It was absolutely everything.
So I'm gonna switch back the gears,
Damn.
only because I want to make sure that all the characters get their just due.
yeah, right,
Um,
right.
Because it's so much.
It is so much.
Yeah. So we talked about who was just talking
We talked about Kamar.
Stats, Gio,
We talked
Kamar.
about
Okay. Well,
we
Gio
really didn't. Yeah.
Gio's storyline is kind of like the supportive boyfriend, the naive boyfriend,
Mhm.
the mama's boy.
Mhm.
And I love the way, because I'm very much the same way. I would have done the same thing for my mother. That twist again was phenomenal. That it happened in the way that it did.
Yes, I love it.
Mhm.
Who was also in the movie, and I want to say this.
Who
so let's
did a
say-
good
Yeah,
job?
let's
Who
go
did
right
that?
there.
Now let me say this.
Who did a good job?
And I want to say this because y'all know that Delicious has been getting drugged for a minute. Now, I'm not a fan of her music. I've heard it. I'm not a fan. But when I tell you the way that she portrayed
that character.
this
She did a
character,
very good job.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
She did a good
Yeah.
job.
She did
She
amazing.
did.
Shout out to Delicious. For
I
that.
do want to dig into August.
Yes.
Who
Mainly,
remind me of me. I like
right, mainly because
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen
Yeah,
a lot
really?
of guys,
Yeah.
a lot of
Right.
guys, a lot
Mhm.
of guys in the community. And I'm gonna let Mocha talk a little bit more about this, but a lot of guys in the community sexualize themselves
Done.
because of self-esteem issues
Right.
and because of parental issues and things like that. And his character, for me, I fell in love with his character when he fell in love with Kingz. Because it showed that no matter how shallow he was,
Right.
he still had an interior that was more powerful than the shallowness.
Right.
And it just, it was,
Right.
yeah. So,
And it just shows you how love can change.
yes.
Or what cause a person, oh my God, that's what's happening to me.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
It can
See?
change a situation
shit.
real quick.
My
Real
favorite
quick.
character was, I think it's Rahad.
Rahad, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he wasn't in a relationship, okay, but he was the glue.
He was the glue.
To the friendship.
He held it all together. They kept everyone together. He was the one that everybody called. He was the one that was always, bringing it, everything into, place to where it needed to go. Like, Rahad was my favorite. Character, He was
I
my
actually like the friendship between Kamar and Kenny, because he was comedic relief, and he
Yes.
kept him on the path. And you need those friends that keep you straight.
Yes.
Yes.
And even though he was joking, he never settled for the flirtatious things that Rahad gave him. And he kept his friend like, look, you're not gonna mess my friend. You're not gonna play with his emotions. You need to take your pill. Like, he was go to therapy. I love that character because we all need that friend. And so many times friends are afraid to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
And just know that if you cannot tell your friend the truth, you're
They're
not
not
a
your
friend.
friend. Period.
You're not a friend.
Real
If
friends
you're a real
check
friend,
friends.
real friends will check you.
Okay, so I know next that you're getting ready to start casting. When do you start? When is your plan to start filming?
My plan is to start filming probably mid-October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid-October.
I
And
need
so
my
what?
script now.
So do you have projects already lined up for 2021?
That will be one of them. And then I also have it's another thing that I want to do with a group of friends that I want to do, maybe a reality show to where I want to put on my website to where how Lil Kim did Girls Trip. I want to do like Boys Trip.
Okay.
With my friends, a group of friends, we create a scenario and we go on a trip and just just have fun,
Definitely.
live life, have our men's come with us, and we have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
I can't go on that.
Make it as a reality, but
No, my husband's old. He
right?
can't go.
Yeah.
He ain't going on that, man.
But yeah,
He's not old, he is young.
those are the two things that I have in the works for next.
That is awesome. Well, all we can say is, bro, just keep doing it because you're on the right path. My only concern is I see so many people get on the right path. And I don't know how, but yes, I do.
Because they get bigger than themselves,
Yes.
thinking that
Yes, but if you can come here, sit on our couch, never forget these days when you started because I'm telling you, I see the favor of God on your life. So, just stay true to that shit.
So I want you to tell our viewers where they could find the audition information.
Right, because you may have some people that want to audition.
Absolutely. The audition information will be on my Instagram, also on
What is
my
your
website.
Instagram?
My Instagram is the Lando King, TheLandoKing, and then my website was Landkingfilms.com. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, you can find those the audition information there.
Right. So you're still currently accepting?
No, you
Absolutely.
haven't started yet.
Oh,
Audition
no,
started
oh,
in
no,
3 days.
No, in 3 days.
That's when you start accepting.
That's when-
Okay.
Yeah, in 3 days.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well,
That's
that's
when
good.
yeah.
And when is the cutoff period?
It's going to be, hold on, not 3 days. It's going to be in 3 days from September the 1st.
I don't
September
know.
1st to the 14th.
No.
I said
so
3
they
days.
have a week.
Hold on.
So they almost
okay,
there.
so a week. What's today?
Well, 4 days.
4 days.
4 days,
Yeah.
right.
So September 1st to the
First.
14th. So we're going to have 2 weeks. We're going to have a
Okay.
2 week grace period for, people
Right.
to send in auditions and for us to, see in this next project, I want to touch a little bit about the next project. So it's based on, it's going to be a toxic relationship. See, I love stories.
Okay.
It's going to be a toxic
No,
relationship.
tell them why you like toxic relationship stories.
I will.
Oh,
I will after this.
Uh-huh.
So I love stories. So I want to touch bases on a toxic couple being in a relationship, and then the hardships of one of the parents being bipolar, schizophrenic.
Oh, mental health.
Oh
yes.
my God!
Yes.
It's going to be so powerful. So powerful.
I can't wait to play that
Wait. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so serious. This one, Okay, so
That's
y'all
a
watch this
real life
one.
situation. If you
This
play
one
the
was
parent.
my first project.
Right.
So the next one's gonna be even bigger and better.
Right. I want to say this, Katori, if you decide, because she loves Kingz and Conversations, if you decide that you want a subscription to see this movie, let me know, and we'll take care of it.
Most definitely. Then what was you saying?
I should tell them why you like toxic relationships.
I don't like toxic
No, you don't
relationships.
like them, but why can you relate to that?
Because I end up being in one. I mean them. But now I feel like I'm in a situation where I don't have to deal with that. So
Awesome. And we celebrate.
See,
that.
Lando
most
was a
definitely.
magnet for toxic.
Me too. Don't feel bad.
He was a magnet for toxic.
Me too.
So
and it was two situations to where it just every person that I started dating, it seemed like they wanted to, degrade me or make me feel like I was lesser than, and then me being the leader that I am, I'm already up here. You know what I'm saying? My mentality is up here.
Right.
But when I get with a certain individual and they try to bring me down low, it brings out a different, a different side of who I am.
Right. This is the thing I learned about toxic relationships. You attract what you are. And if there's something toxic in you, you're going to continue to attract toxic people. One of the people look at who I'm currently involved with and they say, oh my God, he's so much different than everybody you've ever been with. The reason is because I took time and I went to therapy and I started changing. And one of the reasons why you're making better decisions when it comes to relationships is because something in you shifted. Because you only attract what you are.
That's the truth.
Now, it may be a different form of what you are, but you only attract. So that's why when people say, oh, wasn't you with so-and-so? What you do to F that up? What? And I'm like, you have no idea. The toxic person was never them. It was always me.
I can
And the
attest to that
moment
myself.
that I fixed that shit, and I'm still working on it, was the moment that I started attracting a different type of energy into my life.
I had to do the same thing.
Like before, I would have never been able to do this with anybody that I was ever with. Ever. This would have never been able to happen. But now that energy has changed, and that's no shout out, that's no reflection on anybody I've been with because they watch. No one. The problem was me and not them. But when you shift.
And that's the thing I had to realize. Within the last two relationships that I have been in, I had a shift change. And now I'm in a space to where I can.
So you learned them lessons,
yes.
huh? Yes, you did.
Yes, man. So now I'm in a space to where I can love properly.
Right. It goes back to the saying, you are what you eat. It's pretty much, it equates to the same situation.
Right.
Because if you want to get rid of that belly fat, you better stop eating sugar. Okay. No, that's for me. That's for me.
So here at Kingz and Conversation, we like to do this thing called
Lunch on Us.
And all we ask is, I don't forget, I'm so lost right now.
All we ask is that you go to the post on our Instagram page that says Lunch on Us. Make sure you drop your Cash App. And we will next week, we're not going to do it this week, but next week we're going to choose someone to give lunch to, right?
And make sure you send a 15-second video. And if you've been watching the videos, you see we're now including them in our footage.
Yes.
So you guys get your 15 seconds of shine time
Right,
to let us know what you had to eat, thanking us for the money and all of that good stuff.
Well, even if you don't thank us, let us know.
Thank Mike for the money.
No, us. It comes
My
from,
gas light.
No, seriously.
Oh yeah, Mocha did send some money.
Yeah, I'm about to say
my
it
gas
comes
light
from
on.
us.
Don't thank me because I'm broke. Thank them.
You are not broke.
Oh, you child, please.
All right, so listen again, Lando. Thank you so much for coming. Enrique, thank you for pushing this because you were right. You were right, Uncle Clifford.
And we argue
right.
all the time. We argue, and he
right.
But he know I ride.
Always.
I know. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I'm gonna say it because I want
What
to.
are you about to say?
I'm gonna say it. Nope, I'm gonna say it because
It's
it's in my spirit.
No, season 2.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. I'm telling you, if I don't say it, I ain't gonna be right the rest of the day.
You're right.
I gotta say it.
Don't be focusing because you edited it
No.
out.
No, this gonna stay in there.
He's coming out.
Now we know that you've been involved in other projects, and I know the kind of energy that I feel from you. I know that you have a very pure energy. Because if you didn't, I would say it. Right? But I also know that in the upcoming show, we're going to see a different side of you. How should people balance that out from what they see right now? Because I wanted to say it a different way, but the Holy Ghost got my tongue.
Ooh. Woo!
The
thing about that is,
because we all are multidimensional.
The show that you're speaking about,
right?
It caught me in a different element. You know what I'm saying?
What was your element?
The element that I was in that show was I was lost. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know. I wanted. What can I say? I was on that show for a reason, but the reason that I was on there didn't get captured.
Right. Okay.
It became something else.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then I had to retaliate, and then it became
something,
a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Where people were coming at me, so I had to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no pussy. I'm not no punk. So I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? Defend myself. So I had to make sure that I'm defending myself in the best way that I know how.
And you defend others too.
Also.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Me, the people that I'm surrounded by, the people that I love, you know what I'm saying? I don't like people disrespecting anyone that I'm around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what you're talking about will be the next episode of, G Status, and the next episode of, the fight situation.
Right.
I will be in a little conflict about, I was just defending my friend.
Right.
And that's what
And let me say this, because the reason why I'm saying this is because it's important for people to know that when filming, we got a chance to see Delicious one side, right? You know her in a different way.
Correct.
And so I don't want people to look at you like they may see her right now only because they saw one side. I want people to know this side of you and to know that, that may have happened. I'm a multidimensional person, but this is my product and this is my brand. So I just want to make sure I said that.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to see this show and they're going to watch that. And I don't want them to be like,
that ain't the same person.
Exactly.
See, but this is the thing. I'm my own brand.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? I was on G Status, but G Status is not my brand.
Well, not just that. Hold on. The time span of when that was
filmed
and what we are now.
That's my point.
So that's what the growth is.
Exactly. And that's what I wanted. When you said you were in a different place at that time, that's what I want people to know. Because we all grow.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. We hope that you've enjoyed this wonderful conversation with Mr. King. Come on,
Mr. King with King.
With the King.
With the King's of Conversation. Let's do it.
But we appreciate you coming. Thank you so much for being a part of our family today.
Most definitely.
And, man, keep up the good work. And whatever we can do to support you, promise you, if I can't be there, my checkbook will.
And if his checkbook there, I'm there.
And that good old OnlyFans money. No, but I'm serious about
So thank you guys, and we look forward to seeing y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.